Welcome to PMP Certification, a walkthrough. This session answers questions like why should one become a PMP certified, what it takes to become a PMP certified, and what should be the roadmap to achieve the certification. In this session, you will learn about the growth and demand for project management professionals, the PMP certification, the target audience, the PMP certification exam, the distribution of questions across 5 process groups, the PMP certification exam question types, and how to pass PMP certification exam in your first attempt. With the rapid growth of demand for project management roles and the exceptional salary levels in this profession, the project management professional is highly desirable to job seekers. However, currently the demand for project management professionals is not matched by availability of resources with relevant project management skills. Moreover, in 10 countries with developing project management industries, project management roles are expected to increase by over 13.4 million between 2010 and 2020 to over 41.5 million. In addition, between 2010 and 2020, the economic output of the profession in these 10 countries will increase by over $5 trillion to $12.37 trillion. China and India will lead the growth in project management, generating approximately 8.1 million and 4 million project management roles through 2020 respectively. PMP certification is provided by Project Management Institute. PMI is the world's leading not-for-profit professional membership association for the project, program, and portfolio management professional. Founded in 1969, PMI delivers value for more than 2.9 million professionals working in nearly every country in the world through global advocacy, collaboration, education, and research. Project Management Professional certification is the most important industry-recognized certification for project management roles. This certification helps you achieve various benefits such as recognition and endorsement, increased earnings, and career advancement. Who should go for PMP certification? Did you, till date, thought of it as an IT certification? Then you'll be surprised to know that PMP certification is not an industry vertical specific certification. People from various project-intensive industries can appear for PMP certification exam. These industries include, but not limited to, manufacturing, information technology, business services, finance and insurance, oil and gas, construction, utilities. How is the PMP certification exam structured? The duration of PMP exam is 4 hours. It tests your knowledge for 5 domains or process groups, which are initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. The exam consists of 200 multiple choice questions and 25 pilot questions. The questions in the exam are generated randomly. This exam works on rating-based system and there is no negative marking in this exam. The PMP certification exam consists of different types of questions, such as situational questions like, these questions are there to stress the importance of having project management experience for passing PMP certification exam. Such questions actually require you to integrate your actual project management experience and your knowledge of the concepts of Guide to PMBOK. The answer in this case is option D. Questions with more than one right answer. Questions might have 2, 3, or even 4 right answers. In these cases, best option is the one you should opt. The answer in this case is option A. Questions with extraneous information. It is important to realize that not all information included in a question would be relevant. The answer in this case is option D. Questions with made-up terms as their options. There are often made-up terms on the PMP certification exam. These terms mean nothing. The answer in this case is option C. Questions which test the understanding. In order to answer these questions correctly, you must not only understand the terms but also imbibe the concept behind it. The answer in this case is option C. Questions with a different approach to a known topic. There will be questions on topics which you understand but you've never thought about it in the way the exam question will ask. The answer in this case is option A. Questions with more than one item in each option. There will be questions where the option could actually describe a process and hence many items in each choice. Look for the right process. The answer in this case is option D. Excessively lengthy and wordy questions. Instead of saying the project is over budget, the exam might use wordier phrasing. For an example, the CPI of the project was 1 and has recently become less than 1. The basic way of answering such question is to understand what the question is asking and then to translate the lengthy and wording phrasing. Practice lengthy and wordy questions before the exam. The answer in this case is option C. Questions on network diagrams. Questions will be there where you need to draw network diagrams and calculate early start, early finish, late start, late finish, float, etc. from it. These questions take time, so practice drawing network diagrams a lot. The answer in this case is option C. Questions on formulas in computing. Remember the formulas and when to use which formula. The answer in this case is option C. Questions with negative descriptors like accept. Questions will be there to identify the wrong or odd option out. The answer in this case is option D. To pass PMP certification exam in your first attempt, you need to pass through the 4 steps. Step 1, pre-training. Step 2, training. Step 3, post-training. Step 4, the D-Day, day of exam. In the first step, you should do various groundwork, such as get PMI membership. For this, you can log on to www.pmi.org. Download Guide to PMBOK 5th edition. Familiarize Guide to PMBOK 5th edition. Glance through Guide to PMBOK. Prepare initial notes. Try to understand the basic structure. Basics, framework, 5 process groups, 10 knowledge areas. Please note, no detailed study of Guide to PMBOK is required at this stage. Just glance through it. If you are not able to understand any concept, it is not a matter of concern. Knowledge Boots training will help you clear all your concepts. This entire step should be completed in maximum 10 calendar days. Study the Knowledge Boots pre-training materials. The second step is to attend Knowledge Boots training through classroom training at your location, or e-learning, or live learning. For more details, log on to www.knowledgewoods.com. During training, baseline assessment to check your present knowledge of Guide to PMBOK. All the Guide to PMBOK concepts, framework, 5 process groups, 10 knowledge areas will be covered in detail. Interactive exercises to test your recall ability and understanding of key concepts of Guide to PMBOK. Module N assessment to re-establish your knowledge and learning of Guide to PMBOK. Practice exercises and test to familiarize you with the real PMP certification exam. Study materials, e-learning access, online mock exam to prepare you for PMP certification exam. 35 PDU certificate to enable you to apply for PMP certification exam. Training sessions delivered by experienced industry experts. The third step is study plan. This is a high-level plan based on our experience of 2,000 plus people passing the PMP exam. Our consultants have compiled all the best practices of successful candidates and created a plan for you. The plan is designed to help you pass the PMP certification exam on the very first try within 45 days. This plan is made keeping in mind that you would be devoting 2 to 3 hours per day to prepare for the PMP exam, except for the last phase where the expectation is 4 to 5 hours for 7 days. Let's now have a look at the plan. The plan is divided into 3 phases or pass and 3 tracks, namely reading study materials and e-learning, reading PMBOK, and attempting questions on a daily basis. What does this mean? It means that at any given point, you need to focus on all 3 things. That is, number 1, PMP e-learning and Knowledge Woods study materials. Number 2, Guide to PMBOK. And thirdly, attempting questions. All 3 tracks go together. Now let's cover how you go about this plan on a daily basis. This is a 40 days plan and we have divided it in 3 phases of pass. The first pass, approximately 12 days. The first pass focuses on attempting all modules from the study material and e-learning maximized. That is, 1 module per day. In each module, there are inbuilt exercises. Please attempt them. In case you get an incorrect answer, please refer back and see why have you arrived to an incorrect answer. Even if you've got a correct answer, please go back and check whether your understanding and rationale is in line to Guide to PMBOK. During this pass, just read through Guide to PMBOK. The question track is automatically taken care by an inbuilt module and exercises in the study materials and e-learning maximized. The second pass, approximately 12 days. In the second pass, you will focus on reading PMBOK. Read 1 chapter of PMBOK per day in detail. Also read the respective module from e-learning and study materials. Along with that, attempt 20 to 30 questions of the respective knowledge area. Questions can be attempted either from online mock test or from module and assessment in the e-learning program. Third pass, approximately 10 days. By this time, you should know your weaker subjects, topics or areas. Please feel free to refer to e-learning maximized for weaker areas and read PMBOK. In case you see conflicting statements from your reference book, internet, your source of authenticated information should always be PMBOK. We understand that being a working professional at this point of time in your career and being away from academics, it might be difficult physically as well as mentally for anyone to sit for 4 hours at one time. Please do understand that the PMP exam not only tests you on project management skills, but it also tests you on stress, concentration, discipline, patience, and tenacity. The last 7 to 10 days of your preparation focuses you to handle all these aspects. We recommend you to attempt one Knowledge Woods mock test of 4 hours every day as a standard PMP exam. Try to score 75% plus in these mock tests. Please make sure during this period you should submit your application for PMP certification exam and block your exam date. For selecting an exam center, please visit www.prometric.com. For PMP application support, please feel free to reach to Knowledge Woods. support@knowledgewoods.com or else support@knowledgewoods.in. Now comes the D-Day, day of exam. Relax and rest well the day before the exam. Don't be stressed. It is very important to stay calm, cool, composed, and relaxed on the exam day. Carry your photo identity card on the exam day to the Prometric Center where you've scheduled the exam. It is recommended, if possible, try and visit the Prometric Center before your scheduled date so that you're well aware of the location, distance, and time it will take you to reach the exam center. On the exam day, leave home early and reach Prometric Center at least 30 to 45 minutes prior to your scheduled time. After completion of all formalities and security procedures, you'll be allowed to enter the exam center. You will be provided a locker for keeping all your belongings. You will not be allowed to carry anything inside the exam hall. Your pen, wallet, handkerchief, etc. all should be kept at the locker. You will be provided a blank sheet and a pencil. A PC will be allotted to you and a tutorial will run for 15 minutes in your PC. Be relaxed throughout the examination. After the tutorial is over, the screen will automatically take you to the PMP exam screen and your allotted 4 hours for the exam will start. Go through all the questions and try to answer them in the first attempt. Time management is very essential during the exam. If you're taking more than a minute on any question, other than the network diagrams, then mark it for later and attempt them once you've gone through all the 200 questions. Do take breaks during the exam, as it will help you focus well, as sitting for continuous 4 hours and attempting question is not an easy job. But plan these breaks properly and always remember that your clock ticks during these breaks. They aren't extra. They are included in your 4 hours. After you've completed all the 200 questions, then quickly jump back and attempt all the marked questions which you didn't answer. And if you still have an extra time left, you can review your answer. On finally completing and submitting your exam, the screen will go blank and a survey questionnaire pops up. Answer the survey. Upon completion and submitting the survey, the screen again goes blank and your result sheet will come on screen. You can take a printout of the result sheet from the Prometric Center itself. With this, we conclude the session on PMP certification, a walkthrough, and wish you luck and success for all your endeavors towards becoming a successful PMI certified professional.